Welcome back to the Savage Excellence Podcast. My name is Tristan Nelson. I'm your host, and I'm going to teach you how to be a man in 2025. First things first, gentlemen, you need to start taking care of your personal hygiene. Holy crap. Shower regularly. Wear deodorant. Find a cologne that suits you. Oh my goodness, it's disgusting how many people walk around at the gym that just smell like BO or just have like disgusting peach fuzz facial hair, dirty fingernails, smell like they haven't showered in 2 weeks. It's disgusting. No one's going to respect you if you conduct yourself like that because you clearly don't respect yourself. Next is learn how to manage your money. Stop spending on things emotionally. Start spending on things strategically. You don't have to get the newest iPhone every year. You don't have to buy the newest video game every year. You don't have to buy just random crap on the internet that you don't need. You already have a closet full of clothes. You don't need more clothes. Like all of you guys wonder why you're so broke, and then you look at your spending habits, and it's just like, well, I don't know where that money went. Well, no shit, you're broke. Sit down, go through your finances, look at how much you're making, look at how much you're spending, and try to make what you're spending less than what you're earning. Simple. Done. Next is learn how to dress well. If you look like a bum, no one's going to respect you as a man. If you're just constantly walking around in just beaten up clothes, you obviously don't have a style to any degree. Be unique. Don't just try to blend in with the crowd. I can't stand wearing, honestly, I'm someone who doesn't really like to wear Gymshark or Alphalete or anything like that because like that's what everyone else wears. I like my own style. Most of my clothes are from Walmart because I know my physique gives the style to the clothes. Muscles make anything look good. But I don't want to look like everybody else wearing Gymshark and Alphalete and everything else. I want to be my own style. Develop your own style. Next is you need to have some kind of training and nutrition program that you follow that optimizes your hormonal, mental, physical, your entire physiological health. It doesn't have to be bodybuilding, but it needs to be something that you enjoy and that you can follow consistently for a long period of time. Same thing with your meal plan. Something you can consistently enjoy. But it's still clean. That doesn't mean just because, you hear on social media platforms like a calorie is just a calorie. Yeah, but those calories affect your physique in different ways. You can take 300 calories of ice cream, 300 calories of white rice and chicken, and they're going to look completely different when consumed on your physique. One's super high in sugar and fat. One's high in protein and easy to digest carbs. That one's going to look a lot easier on your physique. It's going to cause you to hold less water and inflammation, etc. Next is you need to learn how to have morals as a man, which I really think the best way to learn morals is to get into the Bible. Learn what the Bible teaches and implement those teachings through action. You have to learn how to be a good man so you know what to practice to become a good man. So that means do your own research. I've watched countless YouTube videos on how to just be a better, effective communicator, how to just talk to women, how to talk to other men, how to do literally anything in life, any skill. Being a more effective communicator, same thing like with finances. Learn videos on how to be better with finances. You can do this for literally any skill. Have non-negotiables in a day of goals. You should have daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, yearly goals. Have goals. The daily goals that you have, set up some kind of like morning routine that primes your mind so that you can actually have the like actual mindset to accomplish those goals. Like if you have a certain amount of goals in a day, if you sleep in and then start your day with doom scrolling Instagram, the chances of you accomplishing those goals are going to be pretty low. So have some kind of routine that gets you in the right mindset and frame to be a high level executor. Start your day with making your bed, praying, going for a walk outside, getting some sunlight, listening to a motivational podcast, things that are feeding you and building you. Because if it's not building you, it's destroying you. And if something's destroying you, then you have to have the self-awareness to see that and eliminate it. I've gone through this. I'm not perfect with this. Whenever I recognize I'm starting to not be the man I need to be, I just look at myself and be like, okay, what habits am I letting slip? And then get back to those habits as soon as I can. The faster you can catch yourself spiraling down to just get back to where you were, the faster you're going to make progress. And it's the same kind of ideology with fitness, right? Like we need to stay on our meal plan. And if we slip off and have a cookie off our plan, that doesn't mean just go and get a burger and milkshake and fries and a pizza and everything under the sun. That means, okay, I slipped up. I need to get back on it tomorrow. And not just saying, F it. I'm going to just eat whatever. Next is learning just like the little things of how to conduct yourself, like your posture. Stand upright, shoulders back, chest up, abs tight. Don't let your gut just hang out. Think about the way you articulate your words. Are you slurring them like this? Just talking like you just woke up? Or are you talking with purpose? Talking like you are a man with a mission. Like you have drive. Learn to articulate words. Become effective at communication. There's a great saying I've heard that the limits of your vocabulary and your speech is the limits of your world. And you want your world to be a universe. At least mine, I want mine to be. So you want some kind of, like I said, training program to challenge your body, but you also need something that challenges your mind. So that means your brain is a muscle, right? You need to read books, some kind of education, listen to podcasts, things that challenge you to think on deeper levels and from multiple perspectives. That's how you're going to get a sharper mind. I am not the smartest kid in the world. I'll be so real with you right now. I got an 18 on my ACT. Dog crap. Most people would say I was stupid. In fact, my 5th grade teacher told me I was stupid. I failed one of her science tests and told me, like, I can't remember what her exact, sentence was, but it was along the lines of, you're stupid. And now I'm a full-time business owner doing the job I love with a pretty good physique, pretty good relationships. Now I got to give her 2 middle fingers. Because who's stupid now? Just because you maybe aren't the most crazy intelligent person in the world, that doesn't mean intelligence manifests in so many different ways. Just because you didn't get a 100% on your test in high school, that doesn't mean you can't still be successful in life. Success is not determined by your grades in high school. They're not determined what you got on some ACT test. They're not determined by anything other than not even money. It's determined by your level of fulfillment and level of I'd say the level of your relationships and the depth of the relationships that you have, the genuineness that you have and the authenticity that you have and the power that you present yourself with in the world. If you can say you loved what you did today, that's success, no matter what it is. I choose to work so I can live. I don't live to work. And I refuse to be someone who's just like everyone else. You guys got to develop your own style in life. Too many people's style is just a replication of someone else's style. But that style is only going to be second place at best because the person's style you're trying to emulate is never going to be as good as that person's style because it's their style. So find your own. Be unique. It's beautiful to be unique. And again, I'm not perfect with this. I've really had to deep dive and journal and write out, like, who exactly do I want to become? Who exactly do I not want to become? What am I? What am I not? And get concrete on who you are and want to be. That's how you find self-identity. You can't be reliant on your entire identity being through one facet. Like for me, it was bodybuilding for a long time. Like I always thought I was just a bodybuilder. I thought I was more than that, but like a lot of my identity was rooted in being a bodybuilder. But now I've done a lot of the nitty-gritty work to know who I am internally, what my values are, what I'm willing to, and what I'm willing not to compromise, and live through those values ruthlessly so that I know when I put my head down at night that I live fulfilled. I could say in that 24 hours, I lived by my moral code, which I have a moral code that's my own, but also like a biblical moral code that I follow through the Bible. Because I want to be disciplined within my nutrition, my training, and my faith. If you can have all three pillars of a healthy physical and spiritual, honestly, I would say the mental follows those two. But if you can practice, pushing your body to the limits, pushing your mind to the limits through seeking knowledge, and then pushing your faith to the limits through exercising it, of leaning into faith and learning to take leaps of risk through your faith, you're going to be unstoppable. There's no way you can be consistently struggling with depression if you are leaning into all three of those facets. Nextly, I'm going to say is you got to learn to be positive. Cut out all the negative crap in your life. Stop speaking from negativity. What you say determines what your heart is. If you're constantly speaking from a negative standpoint of what's happened to you, what is happening to you, or like what has happened to you, and it's always negative, that should say something about where your heart is right now. If it's always positive and uplifting, people are going to want to be around you. You're going to have better relationships if you're always positive. I can't stand being around people who are always complaining, always negative, never anything good to say. It's always the world against them. They're always like a victim. Cut that crap out. I know how much you want to. I know how tempting it is to complain. But when you complain, it doesn't help anybody, and no one really cares. So you're doing nothing but hurting yourself and annoying someone else. So stop complaining. Have some ambition in life. Set some goals, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly goals. That way you can always be progressing forward some way. Next up, men, we need to treat others how we want to be treated. I can't stand seeing videos of men yelling at their wives or mistreating their wives by withholding love and affection from them, not being accountable in the relationship of the responsibilities that they need to carry as a man in terms of, like what they need to do in order to be a good parent and husband, whatever. We need to be accountable and treat the people in our lives how we want to be treated. And again, I'm not always perfect with this. It's something I'm always trying to be better at. But it's something that we need to be aware of that we need to be better at. And know that yelling or hitting your partner is absolutely unacceptable. I don't even have a partner, but I know that's something that you just don't do. A real man is in control of his emotions. He is not emotional. Disciplined through every aspect of life. Lastly is just seek God. God is going to be the best teacher of the man that you need to be and become. And if you pray for the opportunities and challenges to become that man, he will give them to you. And realize he may not always answer your prayers and give you what you want, but he will give you what you need. Men, we need to be better at serving our friends, our families, our communities, and actually doing it. Actually taking action. I'm not saying this for recognition, but I'm just recently ran a fundraiser where we helped make this awesome positive impact on someone's life going through breast cancer, where we were able to raise and donate $1,200 to her. That's serving your community. That's actually taking action. That's not just talking about it. Anyone can talk. Not everyone takes action. Real men take action. You say you want to get in shape. What are you doing to get there? What are you trying to learn so you can get there? If you're complaining about not being in shape, but you haven't tried watching a single video, if you haven't tried watching or reading a single article, asking a single question of someone, do you really want to get in shape? Or do you just like the idea of getting in shape? What do you really want? Because no one's just going to do it for you. So stop complaining about where you want to be. Start taking action so you can start taking steps forward, and eventually you'll be there. No one feels bad for you. Genuinely. So it's up to you, because no one's going to come to save you. And I know deep down, you have what it takes to become an incredible person, an incredible man. Too many men waste their potential scrolling Instagram, wasting hours on video games, watching porn, being a slave to vices. Cut the vices out from your lives. Stop smoking weed, stop smoking nicotine, stop watching the porn, stop masturbating, stop mistreating others. You need to own up and take responsibility for your life. Because you only get one. And you either are going to realize it today, or you're going to realize it when it's too late. And you're going to wish that you wouldn't have wasted this one opportunity. You're going to wish that you would have lived through the biblical message when you are faced in front of God and you ask to go to heaven and he says no because he didn't know a single thing about you. I refuse to die and see God and not know a single thing about him and have him not know a single thing about me. We must seek to be better. That's all I got for you. You can follow me at Trist_Nelson. Subscribe to the Savage Excellence podcast, and I'll see you in the next one.